I'm gonna check out this National Park's Visitor Center first before I go to the park itself. Lots of different information here about the animals and the history of the area. There's a bear and another one here, bigger one. And here's even a den. You can crawl into the den. Maybe they have some lynx in the area and some wolverine. But of course, bear is the most fascinating animal. Here we got some cubs up here in the tree. It's a tragic story here. These two small bears were in their den together with a mama until one early April morning. A skier managed to awaken the mother bear by accident with his ski pole. Mama bear came swiftly out of the den and left, never returning to collect her young. And the two bears were euthanized. There wasn't any future for them on their own without their mom. So it's a terrible incident in the forest. And so much information here about the national park. Lots of fish out there too. Salmon. And over here we have a map of Norway and the national parks. You can see all this green is national parks. And up here, small one here, little one there, that's where we are now. On the border to Finland and Russia. And here's the mail. And here's, if you find some bear shit, you can put the bear shit in a plastic bag and put it in here so the scientists can study the bears. That's a good idea. Yeah, the roads on the way here to the national park is just a disgrace. They're so bumpy, it's incredible. So yeah, they should fix this. We're in Norway. We have the money to make some better roads than this. It's just 9 more kilometers over there on a gravel road, and we're in the national park. Here's some information. This is the only area in Norway where bears regularly have baby bears, and it is strictly forbidden to cross the Russian border, but you may walk and camp freely in the protected areas. So this is the national park here, and there's also a nature reserve here, which is common, shared with Russia, which is over here. So there's a nature reserve over here as well. So we're finally inside the national park, and it's a nice walk over to a cabin a couple of kilometers down the road here. It's quiet. Not a lot of people come up here, it's so far away. It's not exactly the most visited national park in Norway. It's probably one of the least visited parks. Some moose shit. Yeah, I'm gonna look if I see some signs of animals, but I don't expect to see any animals really. Maybe tonight when it's getting darker, animals are more active. But during the day like this, you don't see animals. Some information here about trapping of birds. Used to take place here in the area, not anymore. It's not legal to trap animals or birds like that anymore. This is an old growth forest with trees everywhere. And here's some more information about something going on. The reindeer herdsman hut behind the large fallout pine close to the path. You can see the remains of an old herding hut built in the 1930s. Okay, this is how the hut used to look like. And back here you have the remains of this once incredible hut. There's not much left. Yeah, I guess it's a attraction here in the area, this hut from the 1930s. It just goes to prove that this area is not exactly it's never been a really developed area. I guess that's one of the few buildings which has ever existed in this forest. And here's a strange looking object in the forest. Let's see what it is. Close to the current path, an unknown metal object is hung to a tree stump. has been hanging here for many years. Experts of war armory believe that this is the tail of a German-produced object named AB-71. It has probably contained light flares. They were used for lightning during the battles with the Red Army in 1944. So this was dropped from a German airplane during the battle against the Russians here. Okay. The weather is perfect. What's not perfect is all the mosquitoes starting to turn up here now. I guess they all see me at the same time. So I use this spray myself crazy all over. And it seems to work a little bit, but yeah, they're pretty annoying, those mosquitoes up here in the north. So if you come here, you need to bring some mosquito spray. Because if you don't have that, you're in big trouble. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. At this place, at this site, in the springtime in the 1940s, the reindeer owner Øvre had a campsite while he was fishing for red grayling. Okay, so there was a campsite here. Just another proof that this area is really remote. There's actually a boat down there, some stuff in it. Someone in the area here, maybe observing me right now. Going off the trail for a few minutes because I hear a creek down here. Check it out. And this has got to be the cabin, which is the end of my little hike today. Can't see anybody else here. There are some fishing rods, so someone is here. It's so empty. I mean, this is a national park. I did think there would be some people, more people fishing and spending the night here in a tent or something, but nothing. Usually people are drawn to national parks, and then there are other areas which turns out to be wilder than the national parks because everybody wants to go to the national parks. But here it's so remote that very few tourists show up here, or locals or anyone. I'm just outside the national park on my way home, and I'm going to show you something interesting here. There's a river down here. Yeah, this is the river, and the other side of the river here, that's Russia. So this is the border between Norway and Russia here. And it's legal to go all the way down here to the border, but on the Russian side that's not legal. So you never see any people over there. There's some equipment out there in the water. I don't know what that is. I've never been here before with something out there in the water. Something strange. Yeah, he's standing there watching me. It's a small one, you know, they're curious. I caught something. It's a tiny little baby. He's trying to hide. He doesn't understand what's going on. Oh, it's... There's another fox here. It's a staring competition here. Hello. What's going on? How are you? How's two?